Welcome to The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Hello, everybody.
Happy Monday, happy Tuesday.
no,
It's
what
like
day
so
is
weird
it?
after Labor
We
Day.
don't
You just
know.
never know
Yeah.
what day it is.
No, we don't know what day it is.
Half the day I was like, what? It's Monday? No, wait, it's Tuesday. What am I
Yeah.
supposed to be doing today?
No, I didn't like it today. Not at all.
I had a report due, and I'm like, no, it's not due till tomorrow. Oh, wait, it's
No,
due right
today's
now.
Tuesday. I woke up today and I was so tired for work, and I was like, that's cool. I don't have to do anything after work. And I'm like, wait, I have podcasts today. Better get my ass in gear.
We have a really awesome episode today.
Yes, we
'cause
do.
We have guests.
We have very, very special guests with us today that I'm very, very excited about. And it is live from Richmond, Illinois, the owners of the Brat House, Gina and Jerry.
Yay!
Hi, guys.
Was that the
Yay.
best introduction ever?
Yeah,
That was
I
really
never.
fun.
I really hyped you guys up. I don't do that for anybody, not
Feels
even
so
Kevy.
important.
You read it
Yes.
exactly how I wrote it.
Yes. Good job. I get a
How's
gold
it
star.
going? Do you guys have a busy long weekend?
We did.
Yeah.
It was super
Thankfully,
busy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't. I'm one of those people that just totally avoid that area on the weekends unless I
Right.
specifically have to go there for something, because you guys are right on the main highway there, and
Yeah.
it's like the freeway into Wisconsin right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always backed up there, which is a good thing for you because
Yeah.
you're right on the highway.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness,
People are like, oh, we'll pull over here and have a beer instead of waiting in this traffic.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
weather was perfect. We had the garage doors
Oh my
open, so
gosh.
people
Oh,
saw
yeah.
us.
People sat in the windows.
Yes.
That's awesome.
All weekend.
It was
So
perfect for
it's
that.
just great to sit there, have a beer,
Yes.
sun on your face, and it wasn't too high.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
It
nice.
was really perfect.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
said this was the best Labor Day in a really long time. Usually it rains all Labor Day here in
yeah, it
Illinois.
ruins a lot of
so-
people's plans.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
We got rain today, which is fine.
Yeah,
because we were all working.
We all had to go to work. I mean, you guys, poor you guys, work every weekend. all
We didn't
weekend
work
long,
today, actually, because
No.
we're expanding our kitchen.
Huh? Oh,
So we got new floors being poured in today. So we'll be closed
Yes.
today, and unfortunately, we'll be closed again tomorrow.
Oh,
See you guys
That's all right.
Thursday.
It'll be
that's
yeah.
okay. It's awesome improvements.
We had
Yeah,
an
for sure.
admin day.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did anyway.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you got to do all the bookwork.
Yeah.
You take care of all that stuff.
Yeah, somebody's got to.
Jerry's just a smile at the front. Say at the front. At the
just
front,
the pretty
you see.
face.
Yeah, yeah.
Of the Brat House.
It's a perfect face for podcast.
How long have you owned the Brat House?
What are you going on, 5 years?
We opened in March of 2017. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we've been in the restaurant business. This is our 25th year now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You've been in the restaurant business as long as I've been dealing with Karen's.
I thought you were going
25
to say
years.
dealing
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah.
I'm glad you finished that.
That was in grade school.
She's way beyond that.
I learned how to make the real legit money now, you know?
What did you guys do before that?
Well, Jerry actually grew up in the business. His dad also had a restaurant. So Jerry's been like bussing tables since he was like 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I just did we college, then I worked retail actually.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
long time, almost
Yeah.
20 years.
She
and-
gets us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to sell jewelry.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like fine jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
At Sears.
No. At Bailey Banks and Biddle. I don't
Oh,
I said
fancy.
fine.
That sounds really fine.
It was fine.
It wasn't in no magazine.
No, but I feel for you guys retail wise. I mean,
Yeah.
I was working Christmas at Woodfield.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We couldn't even park there. We had to park remote and then take a shuttle.
Oh, my
Because that's how
God.
busy Woodfield was.
See, and kids these days don't even know what malls are. They buy everything on Amazon.
So sad.
Yeah.
Isn't
It
that
is
crazy?
sad.
That's what you did in
Yeah.
middle school and high school was hang out at the mall.
Yep,
We loved
yep.
going to
Oh,
the
it was
mall.
the best.
Yeah, like
I
the
got into so
mall,
much
the
trouble at the mall.
arcade, and then like
Yeah.
also they don't even know record stores.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
No.
kind of
Well, your
coming
kids
back,
do,
but
right.
yeah,
My
not like they
kids
used
do,
to.
Your
yeah.
kids are like super duper into music.
Well,
so,
they're in
yeah.
a band, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
they,
mine
yeah.
too. We have
But-
their player right over there, actually, with
Yeah.
some records. So.
Mine to this day,
Awesome.
they will still take road trips out to Rolling Stone Records.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and they're 18 and 21. So
There's a new
Yeah.
record place right off of 120, right? Going towards Lakemore?
Siren.
Yeah. I think that's a new
Yeah.
place.
I don't know. I
That
never
building
looked.
sat there empty for so long, and then now all of a sudden there's like a neon sign in there. I don't ever see any cars in front of it though. It makes me sad. I'm hoping
Because
that.
nobody knows what it is.
We go
anymore.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we go there. They've been there for a while. Like, they just
Yeah.
moved across
They
the
moved
street.
across.
Oh,
the
that's
street.
what it was.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Because I know that building was empty for a while, but
Is that the one with like
interesting.
the tie dye on it and
Yeah,
stuff? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
yeah.
The cop
Yeah.
sits there all the time
And
in the morning.
I pass it all the time, and I think I got to go in there, and I still haven't. So I will now that
I'll
we're
never go in
mentioning
there because the
records.
cop's always sitting there when I drive past.
Yeah.
You got to throw all your stuff out the window before you go in there.
It's just best for her to avoid.
Yeah. I look too suspicious. I'm like, oh, act normal. I don't know how.
So in all your many, many years of owning and being business owners, what's your favorite? Is this project your favorite?
Our
or
favorite project?
Yeah.
I think it is. It's my favorite
I
project.
think
Is
it's
it?
Jerry's favorite project. I mean, I have a soft spot for our baby, our first one, but
Yeah.
So yeah,
know.
we're in the fast food industry for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
we had Chicago style hot dog stands.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and the first one we got was a business in Lake Bluff that somebody didn't want anymore, and that was our first venture that we picked up. And
Oh.
geez, that was all the way back in '96.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
And
wasn't that
did
long
you stay
ago.
in the Lake Bluff area with it, or did you travel with it, or was it a?
Then we opened
We-
up in Barrington.
Well, we
and then
yeah,
Wakanda.
and then Wakanda, and then
So you had 3 at one time.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really hard too because my kids were little at the time.
Yeah.
I can't
so
imagine.
Running back and
Yeah.
forth.
I
All those
couldn't help
places.
him as much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Just
was,
to hire people for all those locations. I mean, because that's like the big talk right now is I'm doing air quotes, nobody wants to work, but
Yeah. Well,
trying to hire people for all those positions. It was probably easier back then.
We
'cause-
actually
It really
got
was.
very lucky because most of our staff we had for the duration, 20 years. Even actually 2 guys that work at the Broad House right now, they came from one of our other
Oh, that's
restaurants.
awesome.
oh wow,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
cool.
took them with you.
Actually, their dads
They're-
bought one of our restaurants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool.
That was really cool.
Keep
they
it in the
still own
family,
them?
Yeah.
And they still own
They
it.
still
On the
own
one, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
they own the one.
And they still work for you, not their dad.
It's weird, right?
Well, nobody works for
treat 'em
He must
us.
pay
I
better.
feel
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they work with you.
Yeah, everybody works with us.
Oh,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
nice.
For
I,
us.
like
love
that.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, these guys have been with us
Long time.
long time.
Yeah. So what are you doing to the kitchen? What's expanding and what are you
So-
doing?
Old building, built in 1905.
It is a
and
very
So
old
cool.
building. Yeah.
back of the kitchen was an elevator. And the original elevator, 1905.
It was a manual elevator. You had to-
We
like a dumb waiter.
Wow.
Well,
that
n-
you would take food
no,
upstairs?
but it was like as big as a 1-car garage almost.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
my
wow.
God.
Yeah.
So and it just basically we couldn't use it. We couldn't use the space because it was an
Right,
elevator. You know,
right.
you walk on it, it would wobble and whatnot. You just couldn't. It wasn't functional.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a functioning elevator. We would, that's the way we'd bring our kegs down to the basement and whatnot because we have a 20 kegs system in the building. And so we decided, you know what, it's time to eliminate the elevator and expand
Yeah.
the kitchen. We just can't keep up with volume, which is a great problem to have.
It is.
Yes.
We didn't want to get rid of the elevator. We raised it to the second floor, mounted it up there. So when we do the second floor at some point in our
It'll
life
be like
there,
a focal piece.
it'll be a
It's
focal piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
'Cause
really
it's such a cool
You
piece.
guys have such a cool upstairs area
Right.
too. You know.
We'll make it even cooler. I
Yeah.
promise you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about your 20 kegs that you
Sure,
have to have.
absolutely.
I'd
on
also
tap
like to
at all
mention
times.
that I saw one of your posts
Yes,
just recently.
That's
that,
what I was just gonna say. And Gina like owned this fucking guy because he's like, it wasn't such a great beer selection. You're like, are you kidding me? We have like 4 local beers. There's 2 beers on tap that we only have. Like
Exactly.
you
That
owned
poor
that
guy got
yeah.
annihilated.
Yeah.
Well, here the moral of the story here is don't be like newly 21 years old
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to write a review on beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely no way you know what
Even
the
if
hell
you
you're talking
started,
about. So
even if
come
you
on.
True.
even if you did start drinking at 14, you still don't know.
Yeah. You just
Yeah, but if you did,
You don't
I mean, you're
appreciate-
drinking like Miller Lite or whatever.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Your
just
parents
like,
had. Yeah.
which is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
but
and they can't
couldn't
appreciate a place
possibly
like yours.
know
They just
Yeah.
can't.
diversity.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
as far as
So
craft
tell
beer
us
is
about
concerned.
your beers.
Yeah.
Go ahead, G.
Well, no, that's actually your forte. Jerry's the one that works on the beer all
Well-
the time. So
We like to rotate. I think, what are we rotating now? 15 of the taps?
yeah, about
15 out of 20. You have
15
20.
that we rotate.
Yeah.
So
we keep 5 on all the time.
Okay.
we
so-
keep Hofbrau from Munich. We keep Weihenstephan, which is the oldest brewery on the planet.
Oldest
Oh, wow.
functioning brewing.
We'll have to
try
They've
that
been
next
brewing.
time.
They've been
Yeah.
brewing beer since 1040 80.
Wow.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Where is that from?
From Germany. I'm not exactly sure what part. Do you?
That's crazy. From
I wanna-
1040.
1040
I
AD,
want to
exactly.
say Bavaria, but I'm not really sure.
It's
I
not
don't
even 19 something. Like there's stuff
Exactly.
in
No,
19 that's like
like-
old, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
1040.
That is
AD.
crazy.
It is.
So, we always keep Miller Lite on, and we keep Guinness on the nitro tap.
Okay.
Yeah.
and,
Mhm.
And now,
um,
okay, so we have 6. So we have 2 more that we keep on because
Yeah.
we're brewing beers now. We brew one beer with So Hopped in Huntley, Illinois,
Mhm.
Okay.
local brewery. It's called Hammerschlagen.
Hammerschlagen.
It's just
That's
for
what
us,
happens to
exactly.
me when I get drunk. Hammerschlagen.
We were thinking of you when we brewed it. So Hammerschlagen, crisp alt. It's an alt beer, which alt means old beer. So it's
Yeah.
the oldest style of brewing in the world,
Yeah.
and awesome beer. And then we brewed. We're like, you know what? We get tired of where we're at. You mentioned we're the corridor to Wisconsin. We get tired every day. Do you guys have Spotted Cow? Do you have Spotted Cow? Can I
Don't
get a
tell me
spotted
you
cow?
got spotted cow.
No, we have
No, not-
speckled calf.
Oh, shut up.
So we brewed our own version
Oh my God.
with
that's
our
so
friends over
funny.
at Crystal Lake Brewing Company.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's a good competition. If
Right?
you get anything close
Wait
to
till you
that,
taste it. It's
That's so
phenomenal.
funny.
It is phenomenal. These guys did such a great job.
that is so
Yeah.
funny.
So we have a non-alcohol cider, actually.
Oh.
It's from Pennsylvania Dutch Country, the apple cider, and it, like I said, 0 alcohol, but it's got 40 milligrams of CBD per pint.
Oh.
Yeah, and we have that on all the time.
Is it pretty popular? I mean, to have it on all the time?
It's
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
We actually got rid of it for a little bit, and people were asking for it,
Oh.
and we sell it by the growler.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like
What's
people.
that?
Well,
What's
we
a
sell
growler?
everything
Like
by
it's
the
a
growler, like a jug.
jug.
Oh, a jug.
Yeah.
You know, like a
okay.
jug.
Okay.
But we sell everything that's on draft by the growler, but that one goes so quickly, especially around like holiday season
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Do you think people just give it to their relatives at Thanksgiving so there's no arguments?
I don't know if they do
Keep
Keep
that.
everybody calm. Everybody
or
calm.
they serve it. Yeah, chill out, chill everybody out. So
Everyone,
there's
here,
no-
have some apple cider, guys.
They bust it out
we
when
go.
like politics or religion come out. I don't know. Here, have some CBD cider.
we might
Okay,
need
no.
some of that for this every once in a while.
Maybe.
Should've brought
yeah.
some.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should have brought some.
So that was what, 6, 7, 8?
So I guess we have 7.
Seven.
That stayed.
7 that we keep.
So 13 rotate.
So we have 13
Wow.
rotate, and we try to keep them pretty seasonal.
And
You
pretty
know,
local.
like
Okay, and pretty local.
And
yeah, I
we
was going
try
to ask
to
that.
usually we try to keep about half of the handles local.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just really appreciate small business, and
Yeah.
we like to work together with people locally.
Absolutely.
And
I think
things like
that's
that.
awesome of you guys that you support small local businesses because
Mhm.
you're one yourself.
Exactly.
It's just
So-
better for everybody to work together,
Right.
than
Yeah.
against each
Yeah.
other. It's
Yeah.
just, it's
And you
easier.
guys are in a pretty, popular area.
It's growing too.
Yeah. And like I said, it's the highway to Wisconsin.
Yep.
So people are constantly going through there. So instead of fighting each other over stuff, you're just like, hey, we'll share.
Exactly.
You know?
Let's collaborate.
Well,
And
it's
it's
like
true.
retail 101, right? Is like energy creates more energy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's just, whatever we can do to like boost up our neighbors or, work together or
Yeah.
even, events or.
So let's go back to last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
How
I
did
know.
y'all survive?
That's really what I really wanted to have you guys on today to talk about that. Like
Sure.
Yeah.
your perspective as a small business owner that struggled, I'm sure, to stay open.
It was. I mean, it was
For
a
it was
sure.
shock.
challenging.
It was a
Yeah.
shock at first. I remember when the governor said, we're gonna be closing for 2 weeks. We're like, just this coldness comes over your
Yeah.
body. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? It's
Well,
confusing.
it's particularly hard for a small business too, a family business, because we all work there. Our 2 daughters work there. He works there. I work there, and
Yeah.
it's not like one of us is a teacher or doing
Yeah, yeah.
IT from home,
Yeah.
or like there was no.
If you're closed for 2
money
weeks,
coming.
everyone's closed for 2 weeks in the
Right.
family.
Right,
Yeah,
and if
that's
you're
tough.
closed, for 2 months or
Yeah.
3 months or however many months, and then you open and then you're closed again, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's just like it was a little difficult. It was
Yeah.
definitely
but
challenging.
we managed because of our background in fast food.
Yeah.
So we were in our garage doors. The weather in 2020, if you guys remember, was
Yeah.
outstanding.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
phenomenal.
It
Yeah,
was.
if it had to happen, I
was.
mean, the weather
So
was on our
Yeah,
side because
yeah.
our garage doors we didn't close until the week of Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in the 60s up until
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
We
yeah.
had it set up where one garage door was open where we take orders, and then the last garage door was open where we deliver the orders.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
like it was done like this
It was
carry
kind
out
of like
business.
a walk-up window, kind of
Yeah,
like very
yeah.
city type feel
Yeah.
to it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, a little novelty.
that
I
kept
Because
us
guess.
although they
going.
closed you down, there was no rules that people couldn't eat and drink in the park across
and
the
that's
street,
exactly
right?
what happened.
Okay.
And
I'm so glad you were able to take advantage
exactly,
of that.
and the weather
And
worked out.
Yeah, the weather.
Yeah.
And it was
worked out.
weird, you know, because they were allowed to eat in the park. Remember that?
Yeah.
But they weren't allowed to eat in our beer garden and back.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
weird.
yeah,
really
that is
bizarre. It's like,
weird.
what's the difference? But
I don't
whatever.
know what the difference was.
We followed
or
the
how
rules.
the rules
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was nice is actually we were allowed to sell packaged beer. So we're
Yeah.
selling beer. We weren't opening it. Here's your packaged beer to go.
Yeah.
They would drink it in the park.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like where
Oh.
you
It was
drink it
perfect.
is none of our business.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right,
Exactly.
right.
Everybody get back in the
So-
van.
So
Yeah.
it was
Cracking open the sixer.
it was kind of cool. Every weekend we became this huge motorcycle bar. Remember?
Well, didn't they
And
close
that's
that
unusual?
motor-
That's unusual
That is
for you?
unusual for us,
Okay.
yeah.
Didn't
Okay.
they close the motorcycle place by you guys, that leather place? Do you remember
Oh
that?
yeah, Kelly's
Kelly's
Leather.
Leather.
Kelly's Leathers.
That's
that was
so
like a
sad.
staple
It was
in that town.
Well, that was
for-
a destination place for
decades.
motorcycles. Yeah,
Right.
for decades.
Oh,
People
okay.
would go.
They
get
would
their-
stop there, get their stuff, and then keep going.
motorcycle
Yeah, yeah.
wear and
And
Yeah.
they closed that a
Leather
while ago.
goods.
That was right down the road from
Yeah.
you. So,
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad.
but that's good. Now the bikes come and see you guys.
Yeah, well, they
Mhm.
did
Yeah.
during that time, but that was really nice. I mean,
they
it's
still do.
that we were able to get through that because of these weekend bikers and
Yeah.
right.
our setup and the park across the street. A lot
Yeah.
of people didn't have that advantage.
Right.
You know, a lot of people in the inner city. I mean, I can't imagine how they got by. I
Right.
don't even know
Yeah.
how they got by. I
Man,
just
they
don't
were
understand
putting
it.
up tents. Like, you couldn't even walk on the sidewalks in some places in the city because they just claimed that as
Exactly.
their outdoor eating area.
Yeah.
Yep.
I felt bad for you. See, but people were determined. Man, they'd be bringing their blankets to go sit in those tents and
Yeah.
eat outside in the middle of winter. You know,
That
Right.
was one
Exactly.
thing I never understood is they said you couldn't dine in, but you can go ahead and make this tent with sides on them.
Yes,
You know, but I
right.
get, I
and
don't,
like lowers. I
Exactly.
mean, like our
Yeah.
ceilings in our place are like you know,
Huge.
Yeah, they're-
huge.
yeah,
they're real
really
high,
high
yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever. And then, but you can eat in a tent. With
Yeah.
the ceilings
Right.
As long
Yeah,
as
but
the
And there's,
indoors
like,
is outdoors,
heaters.
I
as
guess it
long-
was okay.
yeah, indoors was outdoors.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's
No, it
so
didn't.
stupid.
Everybody had their own makeshift anything.
This
you know,
is what
It's
we
like-
dealt with in Illinois, guys. Do you understand this? You
Well,
know?
that was particularly hard when Wisconsin was, you know,
Oh,
is less than a
Open.
mile
And
away.
then,
Yeah.
and then they
And
opened
open,
up,
you
and you know what we did? We're like, I guess we're opening
I
too.
guess we
Yeah.
had to open
We're close
up,
enough to the
yeah.
border.
We did
I
it.
think the governor of your town kind of supported you guys in that,
Our-
though, right?
The mayor of our town, yeah.
Mayor, yeah, governor, mayor. Sorry,
we call her governor.
governor.
Anyhow, yeah, I mean, everyone was supportive. The police
Yeah.
officers and stuff. They
Yeah.
just basically said, "Hey, you're not breaking any laws," is
Right.
what they were saying. So
Right.
do what you got to do.
Yeah.
The health department was a different story.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Completely different story.
Yeah.
They come by, give us a hard time, and they said, "What do you expect us to do?" Blah 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 blah, and we just continue doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
You
a
guys
slap
get
on
any
the wrist.
fines?
No
No fines.
Yeah,
No
fortunately
fines.
not. Yeah.
We
Good,
were there.
Good. We were there.
We were there.
We were
Cool.
there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We definitely
you. I
stopped up
appreciate
there a
it.
couple
Yeah,
We
times.
thanks.
absolutely
Yeah.
stopped up
Yeah.
there.
You know, me and Kevy never talked about when it was in hard lockdown, when you guys were like probably closed, and we would go have the speakeasy in the back of his parents' restaurant.
Oh,
you know?
nice, nice.
Dad would be there cooking because all they had was to go orders, you know, and they don't have no fancy windows like
Right,
you guys,
right.
got,
Yeah.
you know. So
So during that, because we were kind of doing speakeasy style too, but
Yeah.
because of the big windows in front,
Yeah.
people can see what's happening inside.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember it was actually me, Gina, business owners across the street, and maybe even Kevin was there.
Yeah.
And somebody else. We're just hanging out. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
just hanging out, drinking. It was the end of the night. We're just having beers in our own establishment.
Yeah.
We
Like
could-
crying in our beer with
Exactly.
like different situations. It was
And-
like, you know, all of us, like the people who own the retail shops across the street, and, you
Yeah,
know, whatever.
yeah.
We were
Right.
just like, what's going on? How long is this going to go on for? Whatever. Just trying to touch base with one another
Yeah.
and see like what the game plan is, you know?
So-
Yeah.
Anyway,
So anyhow, we see this figure outside our windows. We're like, there's somebody outside. And he's holding up his phone and recording us.
Oh my
while
God.
we're inside, recording us. And I'm like, so I open the door. I know this person.
Oh
Oh.
geez.
He owns a restaurant. Not going to mention his name.
Yeah.
Oh geez.
And I'd say 2 towns south of us.
Okay.
anyway.
Can I say the town? We get- from Fox Lake.
Okay, hold on. Let me think about it. Okay, all right, got it.
And
Continue.
so restaurant owner from Fox Lake is recording us. And I'm like, what's going on? He goes, not good. Not good at all. I go, do you want a beer? Come on in.
Tell me he came in and had a
He
beer.
did not.
Ah.
No, he
What
did
a
not.
douchebag.
He was a total douchebag.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, he thought we had like customers.
Either way.
Yeah.
in there,
Yeah.
But actually, it was just a couple of us business owners that were just
Right.
talking about like
Amazing.
current situation.
I'm sure y'all had
and,
your masks on.
You guys were trying to improve on the situation. He was just making a mess of it. You know,
Right.
making
Exactly.
it. He was making it worse for
And
himself.
that,
you
kids,
know?
is exactly how things on video get blown out of proportion.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so weird. That was got to be a year ago, right?
More than that.
Yeah,
God, yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
we're
in
already.
March. It's been a year and
Yeah.
a half almost.
I remember that
so
like the second shutdown was Halloween, right?
it was Halloween.
It was Halloween.
Right after. First, we got hit right after St. Patrick's
Same-
Day.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we got hit right after Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we
Exactly.
went out
Yeah.
both
We
we
holidays.
went out
Yeah.
both holidays. We're like, I have a feeling this is our last hoorah.
Yeah.
Gina's right. Actually, it was the
It
day
was-
before Thanksgiving.
It was,
I mean,
yeah,
St. Patrick's
they
Day.
cut
Yeah.
out both holidays
Yeah.
on us.
Jeez.
So, you know, like, yeah, it was hard.
Because
Yeah.
I remember Jeannie, who owns Doyle's across the street, so upset.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they
Well,
took
Oh,
away
yeah.
her.
They're an Irish.
That's like
Exactly.
her
place.
big
Yes.
holiday,
Yeah.
you know,
Just took
and
it away from
corned
her.
beef.
I worked for
and-
her when I
yeah,
was in
so-
high school.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I hear
that
she's
was
a
good-
ball buster.
That was a
She
good
is.
place to work. It was a good place to work. Yeah. I
Ball
enjoyed,
busters are
I enjoyed
good.
her. I
Yeah.
enjoyed working for her.
That's why she's successful.
Exactly.
That's exactly
Mhm.
right.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. I
So
just
let's talk
remember
about
dropping a whole platter of food down those stairs.
Oh
Oh
no.
my gosh.
They're pretty steep too.
I think I think
Yeah.
I told that story on here, and I was like, "Oh yeah, guys, those were your nachos." They're like, "Man,
The ones on top are still good. They haven't touched any
just
floor.
scoop it right off the floor. It's fine. Sour cream's not on there. Just scoop it up."
So let's talk about food. We got
Yeah.
the
Sure.
beer down. Let's talk
Food's
I
about
love
good.
food. I love
You guys
food.
have the best food. right
What's
there.
your number one seller?
Our brats.
Our brats.
Your
obviously.
brats.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
Obviously.
How many different brats, and can you describe them and make
Because in
everyone
case you
hungry?
guys didn't know, the name of the business again is the Brat House
Yeah,
in Richmond, Illinois.
it's in the name.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
anyways, yeah, we have actual brat sausages. We have 3 different varieties. So we have a regular house brat, and then we have a portobello and Swiss stuffed one, and then we have a bacon jalapeno cheddar stuffed one.
Yes.
So, and then from there we have Jerry gets very creative.
Do you
And
guys
he
have somebody
just-
make the sausages, or you have a
Yeah.
company that does it? So
Yeah, we have somebody make them
if
for
you
us.
come up with an
Yeah,
idea,
okay.
you can be like, "Hey, can we do this?"
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh,
And actually, it's so funny because
you guys got good connections.
right around COVID, we were coming up with a whole bunch of new sausage
Oh
ideas.
man.
Yeah.
Actually, and we're
We
gonna.
might lay them out.
Oh, we'll
soon.
do it for
We're-
sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
even like some seasonal.
Now that we're
ones,
getting our
maybe.
Better
bearings
hurry up.
again.
I think we're gonna get shut down again.
Yeah,
And
you
are
think
they
so?
a local
Are we?
company
So.
that does it for you?
Mm,
Are they a local?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, very local.
Yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
of course. Look who we're talking
I know.
to. They're
I
like the
know.
local
I'm just
only
checking, make
local.
sure there's no.
we try to work with them, I mean, of
Yeah.
course we have imported German beer. And
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
But I mean, we have to have that based on what who we are. But
Yeah.
we try to work as,
When we hatched the idea,
Locally.
we're working with a company out of Chicago.
at our old restaurant. Yeah.
No, when we were going to open up the Brat House originally,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh
where
yeah.
they were making the sausages for us, and they were doing a great job.
Yeah.
And then we were introduced to somebody else who
Was
and
even closer to us. So
even closer to us.
Oh.
in
Nice.
proximity.
Nice.
And-
Yeah.
That guy nailed it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys
Wow.
had him. He just nailed it. Unbelievable. We're like, oh my God, we thought we already had it.
Yeah.
This guy just opened our eyes. Said, there's a
Wow.
better
That's
product out there.
awesome.
So
So, yeah.
on an average week, not including COVID year,
Mhm.
how many brats do you sell a week or
Jerry
a
kno-
month or a
Jerry
Oh
year?
my
knows. Yes.
gosh, I wasn't prepared. Math.
Quick math. Math.
He's like, well, got about 40 tables.
Let me think. So
Turn
I'm gonna
those tables
say-
every hour.
He does inventory, so he knows.
Yeah,
what
right,
he's-
right.
Yeah,
And
how
while
we have to
he's
do.
thinking and doing
I'm
the
actually
math,
I can pull out my calculator.
can you
on my
talk
phone.
about the
Yeah.
pretzel that you sell as
Oh
well?
my God.
Because it's colossal.
Colossal.
It's
Thank you.
colossal
Thank
on
you.
the menu, and people just don't. When they come in, they're always shocked. And I tell everybody all the time, I'm like, I'm not a liar.
Right.
It says so right there.
So
I
that
know-
it is colossal.
I knew it was a big pretzel, right? Because I saw the video of Kevy stealing one with Bud that one night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
But I still was not prepared when it came out on the pizza plate.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone's eyes open up, and the first thing they do is they pull out their phones, and everyone's snapping a photo of it.
Oh yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
photographed thing we have.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
funny.
It's the
among-
most photographed thing?
I think
Absolutely.
I
Oh, wow.
think
Absolutely.
on Google, Instagram, or whatever, people
It's
are
all your
always like,
pictures when you Google Brat House. It's like all that comes up is,
Is
all
the
those
pretzel.
pretzels.
Yeah, it's like very, very big. Yes.
And you
So-
figure out-
750 brats a week.
Oh my gosh.
Times that by 52.
Oh, I swiped away my calculator.
Hold on.
Let me
Hold,
pull that
please.
up again.
Hold, please. I cannot do that math in my head. That's for sure.
39,000.
39,000.
Wow,
God.
that's amazing.
That's pretty good.
That's a
Yeah,
lot of
especially
fun.
since you have burgers and
Oh,
everything
yeah,
else
absolutely.
too.
Yeah.
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 I always get your veggie burger.
Yeah,
Oh,
our
thanks.
Garden of Eden.
Yes, yes, yes. It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at
You know
names,
what?
obviously.
We have 2 teenage girls. Well, one's not a teenager anymore.
No, she's 21 now.
Two
We
college.
had to put healthy items on the menu. We
Yeah.
had to.
Well, and also Rhea was vegan for a year and a half. So
yeah. So if
we
you
had
wanted to
get
keep your
some-
children, you had to do veggie
Yeah.
options.
They were like,
Yeah.
I'm not working
So-
here unless there's something I can have for lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we,
exactly.
we
French
now,
fries.
thanks to my daughter Rhea, we also have falafel on the menu.
Yes,
you?
yes.
We do.
I've never had falafel.
It's very good
I'm gonna have
there.
to come in.
It's
I'll have to come in
delicious.
and try it.
It's
Yes.
delicious. Our Mediterranean tacos, they either come with grilled chicken, gyro meat, or falafel.
Yep, I've had 'em.
That's
They're good.
delicious. That sounds so
Mhm.
good.
Yep.
And then you guys have a pretty badass happy hour too.
Yeah,
We
actually,
do,
so
yeah.
I think you're referring to our Friday Frenzy,
Yes.
our happy hour on steroids.
It is. It is.
We call it the Friday Frenzy. So it's at 5:25 for 25 minutes. We have 5 items that are 25 cents.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
Exactly. So it's quarter beers, quarter rum and cokes, quarter wings, quarter jalapeno poppers,
Yep.
and quarter Werfel shots.
Warfel
Wow.
shots.
How
Tell
do
me
you
about
prepare
those.
for that? And yes.
Yeah. Tell me about the Warfel shots. 'cause-
Werfel is actually the
because it
German word
actually-
for cube.
Okay. Well, I was
So-
gonna say it
or
rhymes
dice.
with awful.
Yeah, it does. and they are awful.
Because every time I get one, it's
Well,
awful.
they could be awful. They
Are
could
those
be
the ones
good.
that are in the bag?
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
25 cents, you pick whichever shot.
Well, no,
You roll
it's,
a
so
dice.
Werfel is a
Oh.
German word for cube or dice. So
Oh.
you roll a dice and whatever, or a die, one of them.
Yeah.
And whatever number you get, you do the corresponding shot.
Yeah, see, I
Oh, are you
can't do
allowed to
that.
tell us what's behind the brown bags or
They're
not?
all Malort.
No. They're not. They change. They rotate pretty, I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. I said, a lot of it's the crap that I get for free if I
Yeah.
buy a case of
Yeah.
Tito's or, some
Yeah.
of it is, I've actually seen a very expensive French bourbon in there.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And
Okay.
so they rotate.
Mostly
Yeah.
they're
I mean,
25
for a quarter, you
cent
can't be
shots
picky.
that are worth about 27 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a good deal.
Totally,
Even
totally
if I
good
got
deal.
the really expensive bourbon, I'd still be like, why is it spicy?
We don't do well with bourbon.
We don't do well with bourbon.
Nobody does.
Well,
I don't think.
Me and Meredith had our first old fashions a couple
You know what?
weekends ago.
That's
Perfect
good.
Yeah.
couple to ask about
Yes.
this.
So
okay.
do you guys make old fashions?
Yes.
We do.
Okay. So it was made with Knob Creek.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, 100 proof whiskey, super strong.
Yeah.
And then orange.
But
it had,
here's
Yeah.
how we ordered it. Can we go from the
Sweet.
beginning?
Okay.
we ordered
So
it
we
sweet.
ordered them sweet. We didn't
Yeah.
want
Okay.
like we didn't want them hot or spicy or whatever it was.
Okay.
We didn't
Somehow
know. We just
I
heard
think
them ordered that way.
I think we ordered them wrong. We were like, I need sweet. Like I was thinking oranges and
Yeah. Sure.
fruitful. They were not. They were very
No.
spicy.
They were like,
They tasted like
Spicy?
yes.
well, okay. So see, everybody questions that, and we don't mean spicy and jalapeno.
Yeah, I know what you
We
mean.
mean
We
like
mean spicy,
It
like
burns.
coriander and cinnamon and like
Nutmeg.
nutmeg. Yeah, like
Okay.
So what
spicy.
happened? What did we do wrong?
Was it the
Where-
sweet?
Were you in Wisconsin or Illinois?
We were in Indiana.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what you did wrong.
But so we were at St. Elmo's Steakhouse in Indianapolis. It's been there since 1902.
Okay.
We thought it was a good place. We saw everybody around us
Sure.
drinking them.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be cool. And
Well, you mentioned
it
you're
was
not,
not.
you're not bourbon drinkers, so
No.
you have to be
Yeah.
to enjoy an old fashioned.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah,
where we went
ordering
wrong.
Everyone drinks it and they're so cool looking. Like we were like, like I'm sure we made fools of ourselves at the restaurant. What is this? I was
People
adding water
around
to
us-
it.
The people around us were just like, what the fuck?
Is wrong with these girls?
Oh, that's awesome.
So maybe I'll try again at your
At
guys'
your
Try
place.
again.
at your place. Yeah.
I'll try again.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's different varieties. I mean, you can get them sour and you can get them.
What's the
Maybe we should try
difference?
sour.
I don't know about that. What's the
Sweet and
difference?
spicy, sweet and sour.
It's
For
the
people that
difference
are
is
not
so
professionals.
simple. So a regular old fashioned would just be with soda water, topped with soda water.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet would be topped with Sprite or 7-Up.
Okay.
Sour would be topped with sour mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not complicated. It was invented in Wisconsin. It's not complicated
Yeah,
at all.
see, and that's I've never maybe we really have to go get fish fry and have one. You know what I mean?
I don't eat fish.
Maybe that's
Do you have fake fish at the Brat House? If I brought
They'll
my
just-
own fake,
They'll
can you
just
make
give
them
you a
for me?
sausage and tell you it's fake fish.
There you go.
I think we cut out a burger patty like a fish shape.
Yes!
There you go.
Done. Well, we know what we're doing on
Just
Friday.
throw it in the batter and fry it. She'll never know the
That'll work.
difference.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to give you a couple varieties of old fashions when you come
Well,
in.
our
Okay.
fall,
All
our
right.
fall menu is coming up. So our fall cocktail menu,
Ooh.
and it includes
Actually,
fall
my
over.
favorite fall cocktail in that menu is the pecan maple whiskey sour.
Oh
Stop
my
it.
goodness!
See,
Is it
that
like?
sounds so good, but I don't like whiskey.
It's good.
It reminds me of like a candle that we could get at
I know.
Bath and
Exactly.
Body Works or
Yeah,
something, like the
yeah.
smell. Oh
Yeah.
man!
What else?
That-
You guys got pumpkin spice coming out on that menu?
So
We got-
we got a pumpkin spice latte martini.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
That'll be on the menu,
Meredith, that sounds like your style.
It does,
Yeah.
but I can only have one
Why?
because I vomit in Ubers after one.
It sounds like your
I'm a
American Indian
lightweight.
name. Vomits and Ubers.
I need to behave myself. One and done. So
Oh,
yes,
God.
I will try that.
That's so funny. So when does your guys' fall menu start?
It was going to be
When we
today,
reopen.
So when
Oh,
we
So
okay.
the floor. We thought we were opening tomorrow, but we think we need one more day.
Okay, so when we come in
So
on this
Thursday.
weekend,
Yeah.
come in on this weekend, we'll
Thursday,
be able to
11
order
a.m.
those.
Come in
Okay.
Thursday, 11 a.m.
Well, I have to work.
How about Friday 11
I'm out of
a.m.?
vacation
Friday,
time, okay? Couple more months, I'll renew my vacation time. I can come in on a Tuesday afternoon and keep you guys company.
All right,
There
cool.
you go. There you go.
So what do you do outside of owning a bar and restaurant?
we like to go out and eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have
Really?
a favorite
do.
place or do
We
you
go
have
out
favorite?
to eat a lot and everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, we have every day of the week we'll hit a different restaurant in our town.
Is it for
Oh.
research or for?
No,
Just
just
we like
support.
Just 'cause we like
support,
food.
Exactly.
Okay.
We do love food. No
We're
doubt.
hungry and we support
We're
local
hungry.
business.
Oh, we're
Exactly.
empty nesters now, so I don't have
Oh,
any
my
groceries in the
gosh.
house,
You have
so
two in college?
Yeah.
Both
So
went-
our
Oh.
restaurant bills have been cut in half, which is nice.
No
Wow.
kidding.
Yeah, when we go out to eat, we don't have to bring those two little people around.
Yeah.
Like, and also I don't have any groceries at home anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we work a lot and the kids
Yeah.
are not home. So
It's like,
then
yeah.
we get off work and then we go home and then we're hungry and then
Yeah.
we're like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
We don't have
Well,
any
where do you want to
groceries.
go,
We don't have any
right?
groceries.
Nobody's
Yeah.
been shopping in 3 months. We have coffee in the fridge. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's all we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's perfect.
We
yeah.
go out a lot. So we have, everybody
McDonald's.
local.
You guys got McDonald's
We-
there in town?
Do not.
No. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't pay their employees enough anyway.
I may stop
so.
at the Taco Bell on the way home at 2 a.m.
Well,
sometimes.
that's
That
a
might be
different
it.
story.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Because
That's
we don't
That's
have a White
different
Castle
me.
in town.
That's a different me.
That's exactly why I go to Taco Bell.
Oh, sick.
I think
So
the
what
closest
was-
White Castle's in Mundelein, right?
Oh God, I don't
And
even
I think
know.
it closed.
I don't even
think
know
it
if it's
closed.
still there.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I know it is
I don't know.
sad.
I remember when they opened.
eat
We
there.
were living out there in Hawthorne Woods. And
Ugh.
Yeah. I think that one closed.
I remember one time my mom came and got me from the airport and she's like, I got a sack of sandwiches. And I was like, get that shit out of the car. It smells so bad. I was like hungover
And it's
from
worse the next
vacation.
day.
Ew.
Sick.
So what was the Brat House before you bought it?
For a short stint, and I think the short stint was 6 months, it was a coffee shop.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
right.
yes.
That's right.
Yeah, prior to that, it
Prior to that,
was
an outdoor adventure
called
shop.
K2.
Yeah, which was really
Yes.
cool. It had like
I
a
think
lot
it only
of-
lasted a couple years.
I don't
though,
think
right?
I ever.
With the
even-
kayak on the front.
Probably
That
the
place.
economy
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh,
right,
I do
it wasn't the
remember
right
the
time with that.
kayak.
It was
Yeah.
like outside
Yeah.
sports and stuff,
Okay,
and that stuff
okay.
gets expensive.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
So, and then, well, what it was
well, most of it's live. Yeah, originally it was a hardware store.
It was a hardware.
Oh,
store.
okay.
Okay.
1905 to 1950 something.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I've seen really cool pictures of the place. when
I'm
it was
sure
under
that was
renovation.
really cool, like
Yeah.
in its original day. Yeah.
So there's a hardware store in Lake Geneva that they can't touch because like they can't touch the wording on the brick or anything like
Oh,
that. Is there
cool.
anything that you can't do to that building?
Oh.
You know what?
it's-
I mean,
I don't know that it's registered. It's probably registered
In our
or
town,
something.
anytime
Oh,
we-
yeah.
probably. But in our town, anytime we want to do anything to our building, we do have to go through a review.
We have to
Yeah.
go
Oh,
through,
you
like,
do.
a-
Exactly.
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
historic district where we
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but we failed to mention for 45 years the building was an antique shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I remember it as. Always
Yeah.
growing up in that area. I lived out
Is
there,
it
so-
haunted?
We don't think so. We'd like to say yes.
Stop
but-
it.
Yeah.
It'd be so good for
Don't.
business to say yes.
It'd be
I would not be
Yeah.
able to go in there.
But nothing,
If it was.
nothing's happened.
No,
or,
nothing's
okay.
happened.
You don't even
Okay.
get the creeps when you're in the basement
it's
changing
No.
only
bags.
no. It's only things happen when people are on bourbon.
Yeah.
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 I was like, wait, Bourbon Street? Oh, bourbon. Drinking too many old fashions. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a hardware store
I
in
can
Lake
see
Geneva that is it's now a clothing store and it's definitely haunted. They were talking about
Stop
it
it.
during
That's
a
awesome.
I would
ghost
never go
walk
there.
last year. That like a little girl plays with a ball and you can hear her laughter,
I would
and
never go
everyone
there.
that's
Oh, no
worked there has
kidding.
heard it,
No.
so
That's
they know.
Jerry's
So that's why I'm
dream.
wondering.
Jerry has always wanted our building to be
Yeah,
haunted.
Yeah.
and-
Our house too. Our house was built in 1886, so we live around the corner from the Broad House.
Oh,
Okay.
see, I didn't
yeah,
know where
we
you guys
we moved
lived.
to town
Yeah.
first, and then
We
Yeah.
moved to town
Okay.
first, and that's how the Broad House got started. So we'll just like left turn for a little bit on this story, and people always ask us, how we ended up there.
Yeah.
And so we moved to town first, and one night we wanted the Bears were playing the Packers.
Okay.
for Monday Night
Which
Football.
is always a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, the kids were like, I had like a 11-year-old and a 14-year-old or something at the
Yeah.
time. And I said, well, we'll leave the kids. Let's just walk into town. We'll go watch the game, grab a beer, watch the game, whatever. It was Monday night. That's what you got to focus on.
Yeah.
So, it was winter. We're on with the boots, on with the jackets, everything. Bundle
Yeah.
up. We're going to walk into town. We're going to go watch the Bears game. And we're pretty much standing in the middle of Main Street looking for somewhere to go because everything's closed on Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we hit the liquor store and we went back home to watch the game. And then Jerry always had his eye on our building that he really liked, the aesthetics of it. And
Yeah.
we really just thought that we were opening a place for us and our friends to hang
To
out.
watch Monday Night
right?
Football.
To watch Monday Night
Stop it.
Football.
Oh,
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
that's very cool.
So what's really cool is now we're 4.5 years into it and we have like literally thousands of
Yeah.
new friends. It's
Yeah.
like,
I
really
like to
cool.
bring up Meredith told me who stopped in there? Flavor Flav with his
Flavor
big
Flav.
clock.
Flavor Flav was in that.
She was like, dude,
very
Flavor
true.
Flav went there. And I was like, no way. And she like sent me the article. Like,
Yeah.
he has
that was-
friends up in Lake Geneva,
you-
right?
you
So he
guys were
stopped by
there.
you.
We
We
Yeah.
were
guys
there.
were
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, we were there. We
Do you
have
have
a
pictures
picture.
on your phone?
It's on the
Tons.
Facebook
Yeah,
page.
we'll send that
I've
to you
seen
guys.
it.
Way
I've
back,
seen it.
yeah.
I've seen the pictures.
That was
I
like
was
the
like,
first
no
year
way.
we
He was wearing a
opened.
pink fur coat. It was awesome.
It was
my
awesome.
Did you
God.
know he was coming? Did they
Nope.
call ahead?
No.
Nope.
No.
I'm,
He
wa-
just
I'm
stopped
like,
in.
I'm like, oh my God, there's Flavor Flav. Everyone thought I was
Flavor.
crazy. I go, Flavor
Flavor
Flav's
Flav.
right there sitting in our dining room. So I got everybody. I'm like, look, Flavor Flav. They're
We
like,
got all the staff at
the
the
young
time.
kids had
I was
no
gonna say, were
idea.
they like who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the young kids had
No,
no
he
idea.
was so.
You know, the guy with the clock around his
Yeah,
neck. Everybody
exactly.
knows that. Everybody knows
He
that.
was super gracious too. He's like, yeah, everybody in. He was
Oh
like
my
hugging,
God.
and Jerry texted my girls. They came from the high school right away because it just happened to be where at like the time school was getting out.
That's
He was
so
like, girls,
crazy.
get over here right away, and the girls had no idea who he was, but he was so sweet to them. And
How long did he stay?
He
He
ate.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
His
Okay.
times, yeah.
She was like, he spent some money. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right. No, right.
No, he hung out. It was. I mean, I wouldn't say he was there for an extended period of time, but however
Yeah.
long it takes to eat. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
really neat.
That's
And he
so
was
funny.
really sweet and invited everybody for a
Yep.
picture. And
Have you had anyone else stop by?
we had Wayne Metzberg.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know who
been
that
in.
is.
Yeah.
Is he a player?
No.
Oh, Jerry said pause.
He's a play.
play.
Pause 1 second.
The cricket.
So he sings the
He
national
sings the
anthem.
national anthem.
Yeah.
I knew
came
that.
Before a lot of the Cubs games.
Yeah. There's a picture on our Facebook page of Jerry and him with his like Cubs championship ring.
Oh, very
Nice.
cool.
That's right,
yeah. So,
Did you have
yeah.
to Google him then too when he came in? Like, who is this guy?
Yeah, I'm like, he
No,
looks
it's like-
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank goodness for Google.
You grow up knowing the guy if you like watch Cubs.
Oh,
games
yeah,
and
of
stuff
course.
Like
Yeah.
that. It was
Yeah.
just like when you're not used to seeing people where you're used to seeing them.
Yes.
It's just like
Yeah, I did that the other day at the Run Fair. I saw the cool TikTok chick that
Yeah, right.
owns the hair salon and does funny Karen stories, and I'm like, I know that girl.
Yeah. You went up to her and talked to her,
I
right?
did. I was like, aren't you on TikTok? I follow you on TikTok.
that's
But-
so cool.
You're famous.
What's interesting, we've had some celebrity encounters, but not at the Broad House.
No.
Scooters in Lake
Wah, wah.
Bluff.
Yeah,
Quite a
Scooters.
bit. I had Jerry Springer in there one time.
Oh my god.
that's neat.
That was pretty wild.
I went to a show. That was cool.
Nice. Did you
did?
throw a chair at him?
No. Like I wasn't on it. I was in the audience. But we were like right there, like right in like, you know, he'd walk between the two rows when he'd be like, welcome to the show today, blah, blah, blah. You know, and we were like right there, like, you know. It's probably exactly what my face looked like on TV.
Sure.
Like, oh.
I was at the Gurney Mall when it was like, I would say first open when I was younger, and I was with a whole bunch of friends, and these 3 ginormous guys were walking in through,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Bears
Sears or
players?
something. Actually, they were Packers players.
Oh.
And I'm like,
Oh.
I should know these guys because I'm like, what? They
Yeah.
were like,
huge.
you're so used to seeing them on TV.
Right.
And they still look little when you're at the game. Or,
Right.
you know what I mean? But then you
Right.
see them in person, you're like, holy
Yeah.
cow. You know, these guys
Yeah.
were like 4
At our
times the
place
size.
in Lake Bluff, we had the Bears. They practiced nearby, so
Yeah.
Oh,
they came
yeah.
all the time.
All the
They
time.
come and get hot
They're-
dogs.
Yep.
Yeah. I get 40 hot dogs to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. These guys can throw down.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Big guys.
Yeah.
Except for Mike Brown was little. He was such a great
yeah,
safety,
Mike Brown
though.
is little.
Little kid,
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all kids back then.
I'm at one of the bowls and I didn't know like the guy I was dating at the time. We were at the casino in
Right.
Elgin. And he was like, oh, hey, you know, my boyfriend starts talking to this guy. I'm like, whatever, it's some guy you went to high school with. I was like, wow, he's really tall, you know? And then, like, they walk away, and I was like, who's that? And he's like, it's blah, blah, blah from the Bulls. And I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, at our same place in Lake Bluff, we had Bill Weddington. He was a Chicago Bull.
Yeah,
He came
yeah.
pretty,
Yeah, he was-
pretty often.
He was 7'2".
Oh, my God.
And I remember one day, actually, so we got friendly. You know, we got to know all our customers, obviously. One day he comes in, and we're just talking. He's like, hey, whose Roadster's parked outside? So I used to drive this little yellow convertible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1974 Triumph TR6.
Wait, tell me how tall he was again?
7'2". I'm like, I go, that's my Roadster. He goes, we should go riding sometime. And I told you, I go, Bill Wellington wants to ride in my convertible together. But
I just imagine he's like this far out of
I could barely fit in this car. But what he was referring to, there was actually a Harley Davidson
Harley.
Roadster outside as well. But in my head, I'm like, here I am driving, and I got this giant beast of a man right
I
next to me in his
imagine he's
convertible.
got like one leg in the passenger seat and one leg on the driver.
or
like,
both knees to his heirs, who knows?
One leg around Jerry.
He's like, let me get the brake for you, bro.
Dude, I hope Bill Wellington's listening to this, because that was hilarious. I looked at him, I was at a complete confused look on my face. I'm like, what is happening?
Okay, bro, if you think you'll fit, let's try.
He's like, Gina, he's like, Bill Weddington wants to ride in the Triumph with
I go, will that make me his bitch? Well, actually, I
that's
remember
so
another
great.
story with Bill Wellington. So we're watching the Bears game in the hot dog stand.
This is a funny
And we
story.
had low ceilings. I mean, Bill Wellington used to have to bend his head
Yeah.
sideways to walk in the door.
Yeah.
Wow.
And our ceilings were probably, he's 7'2", our ceilings were probably 7'4".
Yeah.
Yeah, it had 2-inch
Jeez.
clearance. And we're watching the Bears game, and it was one game. There was this defensive lineman. His name was Keith Traylor, I think his name was actually. I think he
Yeah.
played for the Bears like 1 year. This
People
huge-
will remember this game.
Yeah, he was,
because
he was a heavy gentleman. There was a fumble, and Keith Traylor picked it up and was running the ball. Big guy.
Oh, God,
For
yeah.
a
95-yard
Oh my
touchdown.
God.
And we're watching him, and we're all jumping up and down. And Bill Wellington is hitting his head on one of the ceiling tiles the whole time. We're all cheering. And, you know, it was just awesome. I
He
picture
was
that
probably
so
used
clearly.
to it.
Exactly.
Like, it didn't even phase him. He's like, this happens all the time at home, too.
I bet he had high ceilings in his house.
yeah.
sure he did.
Yeah.
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 And now you have high ceilings in the restaurant.
Yeah,
for
we
that
do. That's
reason.
right.
So
Yeah.
anyone
So-
over 7 feet, come visit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll fit.
You can
we
jump
promise.
up and down and you won't hit your hands.
We
or
welcome
your head.
famous basketball players.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's funny.
So, what kind of changes have you made to the front or to the building in these 4.5 years?
Actually, I think just the garage doors is the most drastic change.
Yeah, we
It's
just kind of modernized
original
it.
ceilings, original floors. We even actually, our bar is built out of the original hardware case.
Oh
We
my
found it. Yeah, we found it in the
gosh,
basement and moved it upstairs. And the bathrooms, we exposed the brick on one of the walls,
Yeah.
and
And
we
use
used
that
the shiplap
shiplap.
to build the bathrooms. Actually,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't really change too much. We just kind of freshened it up.
I
The
like-
front
I-
door is cool.
I
Yeah,
always
that's
walk
also
in
That's
the-
original.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
were
walk in the
fighting with
back
it.
door, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
you're a back
the
door
back
patron.
door.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the cement is a little.
Yeah, right?
yeah.
What was that look? Gina's like, you like it in the back door. Jerry's like, what the hell?
I said you're a backdoor patron.
But yeah, it's like so many feet have walked over that step.
Terrible.
yeah,
It's got like a little divot
Seriously.
in
That's-
it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
I mean,
cool.
it's 116 years
Yeah.
of
That's
people walking
crazy.
on that step. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It really is.
So we talked about your number
yeah.
one, obviously brats. So what's the number one drinks? Like, what's the most popular
Ooh.
drinks? We know you have the beer, but is there any like mixed drinks or anything, any
I-
specialty that
I
people
guess
order?
after beer, which is definitely number one, it would be old fashions. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. We're so
Yeah,
close to
yeah,
the border,
yeah.
it's old
Yeah.
And
fashions.
margaritas, because we do fresh squeeze. We
Oh,
do
yeah,
fresh
yeah.
juice our margaritas. So it's not like we have different flavors of margaritas or whatever.
they're
Except on our
good.
fall
Yeah.
cocktail menu, we do. But
Ooh.
Okay.
we're gonna
Is it a
have
pumpkin spice margarita?
No,
No.
Cranberry orange.
it's a cranberry
Oh.
orange.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, but for our regular margaritas, we don't use a mix, so we're like sitting there juicing these lemons and limes. all over.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's why she's got nice, strong looking
Yeah,
muscles, you know, in her
yeah.
arms.
yeah. So I mean, it's pretty good, I must say.
Yeah.
We brought in Vizio and
No, Vizzy.
Vizzies.
Vizzies?
Vizio
Vizio.
is a TV.
Oh,
You brought in more TVs and more drinks.
How much are those Vizios? $5. Take
No,
3.
It's Vizzy.
I do like the Vizzies too. Vizzies are good. Yeah.
and what's the other one?
Oh, truly.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those are the most popular ones.
How
Yeah,
many
I could
go
people
with
work
those.
with you?
So it varies. Obviously, we're short staffed right now,
Yeah.
but we've had as many as like 35 people working with
Wow.
us.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We've had as few as me and Jerry.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, it hasn't been that few.
Well, and the girls.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guys in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6.
No, the fewest we've had is 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many and
I
how many
can't,
do you
I can't
need?
imagine.
35?
Yeah.
I don't know that we need 35.
Okay.
I mean,
35
well,
is
it
good for
depends.
like when people actually want to take a day off.
Yeah.
Right.
If Gina and Jerry want to
We
take a
wanna-
day off.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. It varies, and it depends on the season. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we're busier in the summer than we are in the winter.
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
waitresses, cooks,
And-
bartenders.
Yeah, you have everyone.
for all
yeah.
shifts. Yeah.
Lots of shifts.
Yeah.
So.
Bus boys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You guys always
Bus
find
girls.
good bus girls. Yeah,
Yeah.
bus people. You always find good bus
nurses.
people. They're like always like busting butt.
They are. They're doing
They
really
are.
good.
They really
I love
are.
our staff. Our
Yeah.
staff
They
is
really
excellent.
are great. Well, it comes from the top. You guys are great. So of course
Yeah.
the people
Oh,
that are
thanks.
working
Oh,
for you
thank
are
you.
great.
Yeah.
I always say that
try
though.
to
You know,
be.
if people
Yeah.
are jerks, it's because the owners are jerks. But
Right.
your team
Right.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I've never had a bad experience.
I don't think
there.
I ever have.
No
either.
way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone
guys-
I've talked to has never had a bad
Have you
experience.
guys ever worked in the restaurant industry or no?
No.
No.
Yes.
She has.
You have.
Yes.
It's
Where
a
at?
rough
Oh,
industry.
I worked for
Is
Kevy's
it?
parents.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you,
yeah,
you said
yeah.
over at Doyle's too. That's
yeah.
right. You
Yes.
did
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's right.
I did that. Yeah. And then I was a bartender at O'Leary's for a long time, and I cooked and bartended
Oh,
while I worked
wow.
there. Yeah.
Oh.
That was
So you get it.
stressful sometimes, yes. And you were literally the only one there. There was no boss. There was no I mean, it wasn't that big of a place. We probably
Right.
had 15 seats at the bar and then 4 tables, but
Okay.
I mean, Saturday afternoon, those farmers come in and you already got a packed bar and you're trying to make Bloody Marys and burgers and
Wow.
at the same time, yeah, it was
That's a
crazy.
lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could do it again right now. I'd lose my mind. I'd be like, "Fuck this!" I'd walk out. I don't
Now you
think I
have
could
nobody.
handle it. Yeah, I don't think I could
And
handle
that's
it
what's
anymore.
about our industry is actually, it's you either have it or you don't.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
all about multitasking, just
Yeah.
what you said,
Yeah.
actually. And we know right away when we hire people, like, oh,
Yeah.
they're really nice, but they're not made for
They're
this
just not getting
industry.
it. They're not
Right.
getting it, right?
Exactly,
The
and they never
speed
will.
and
You
can't
yeah,
train that.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
one thing to like just be a waitress,
Right.
like taking an order at a table,
Mhm.
turning it in, and bringing the food back.
Right.
You can train yourself to do that.
Sure.
Mhm.
But bartending is like totally different than that.
It is.
yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the cooking's a whole
And
new
cooking,
beast.
because
Yeah.
Jerry's a cook, so that's what he was doing for decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when we opened the Brat House, he was pretty much our only cook.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow.
There was 2 of us in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's why the food's gotten better now throughout the
Yeah.
years.
We knew something changed.
Yeah, that's the reason we expand our kitchen, because we didn't know we were opening a restaurant.
We didn't
Yeah.
know.
We
thought
Like
we were
we
opening a
said, it was
bar.
going to be more of a bar and
And you're
like
like,
a place
we'll
for
have
us
some
to
wings,
just hang out.
right?
Some people,
Yeah.
it's a small
Exactly.
town.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't think
Yeah.
that we were going to.
But then one
do too
person
much,
tells
but
10 people, and 10 people tell 100,
Right.
and there you go. You have thousands of new friends, like
And
you
they're
said.
like, oh
Yeah.
my God, you
No,
got to
it's
go try
super
these
cool.
sausages, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, people come from all over, and
They do.
it's like very exciting.
So we opened up the first day we opened up, I'm cooking with one other cook, just 2 of us.
We
And-
were so stupid when we opened up. Well, and we had been in the restaurant industry 20 years
So you
at this
knew.
point. So,
Yeah.
But you
I
know
don't
what? You're
even
always learning. You're always learning.
it's just every time you open in a new location, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
So it's just go ahead. Honey.
It was the most stressful day of my life. I remember that.
So the funny part is, it was like
She's like, let me tell it. Hold on, let me tell
That's
it.
fine. Yeah, she probably remembers it better than me, even though I experienced it.
it was insane.
She just
We
sat back and
opened-
watched you.
It's just images now.
This was your idea.
We probably have like totally different perspectives of how this story goes.
Let's hear
but-
it.
So he was back cooking, and it's Richmond, right? It's
Right.
like population 1,700 or
Yeah.
something. You
Yes.
know, it was like
but you are on the
nothing going
highway
on.
to hell, aka Wisconsin.
Right.
Exactly.
But when we opened, I remember clearly, like my kids were in school at the time and stuff, and it was spring break, and everybody I knew was on spring break. So
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
oh, we're gonna have like a soft opening. We're gonna open the doors and we're gonna see how it goes, get our
Yeah.
feet wet until people get back from spring break. I opened the door. We had literally Jerry and one other guy cooking. We had one bartender, one bus kid, and one server.
Oh God.
And that was it. And when I opened the front door, it was like a herd of cattle.
Oh my God.
It was so insane. And then people, oh my gosh, if anybody listening was there our opening day, I'm sorry, but people were waiting 2 hours for their food. It was horrible.
Oh no.
And for any service, and it was just a shit show is an understatement.
That sounds like a first
And
day.
it
Yeah.
was so bad. And we opened at 5:00 for dinner, like a kind of like a dinner thing. And I kept going back to like see why people were waiting so long for their food. And I would go back and I'd be like, Jerry, this table really wants their food or whatever. And at one point he looked at me with like death stare. And he goes, shut it down. I did not even recognize his voice. It was like, and I looked at my watch, and it was like, or my phone or whatever. I don't know what watch, but it was 6:05. We were open for like an hour.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
We ran out of food that day.
Oh my
did
God.
all
Oh my
that.
God. That is so
and it was
funny.
so funny because we placed our orders, and mind you, Jerry has been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, you
right?
thought you
So
had it. Yeah.
He placed
Soft
an
opening.
inventory order, and like our sales reps or whatever were telling you, no, you don't need that much or whatever. And Jerry goes, you know what? Just double it. And we
Yeah.
still ran out
Oh
of
my
food.
God.
Wow.
And honestly, for like the first month, it was like every weekend we were running out of food. Like
That's
we
crazy.
could not get a grasp of how
You guys are
Busy,
like,
yeah.
this
man,
place
this
was
is just
gonna
supposed to, we were
be.
supposed to just hang out here and
Exactly.
have drinks.
We haven't hung out in 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
We don't have time. We're like,
Always working. You guys are,
That's so
every time I go
great.
there, you guys are there working.
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I think
fun.
maybe
Sad but
only
true.
once I saw you leave and let
No,
the,
I mean,
the
obviously
team work.
we leave. I mean, we do
Yeah.
stuff, but it's just, and actually, thankfully, our Jerry's not really cooking anymore. We have other people there.
Yeah, you both
cooking, and
bartend, right?
We
there?
both bartend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever
Did
we
you
need it.
learn when you
Yeah.
were there, or did you know how to before?
Because
you whip those drinks up
learned
like
Jerry
no problem.
learned
during COVID.
During COVID.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
We didn't
That's
have
when I
any
learned.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
To learn all the different how to mix it.
Learned it all.
Wow!
And
what about you?
so we lived in the city, and I was in college, and I was poor, so
Yeah.
I worked 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Poor college student. So I used to work the midnight to 6 a.m. shift at Excalibur.
Oh, yeah! Oh my
God.
gosh!
I'm dating
I forgot
myself.
about
No,
that.
I
Yes.
remember going there. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I just learned then, and then
Yeah.
I never bartended again until COVID, and so
Oh, wow.
I literally had to dust off the 30-year-old
Yeah.
bartending skills.
Yeah.
And, just
Yeah,
take it
we're
from
not
there.
bartending now.
At
though.
least you guys
No.
have
No, you're
like,
not. You're not anymore.
No, we're fully staffed now.
No, we're
you
Oh,
guys
oh.
have
Okay.
good beers on draft, so you just push those, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you
Beer?
tried this beer?
It's beer.
So when
Yeah.
you're there, what are you doing? I mean, obviously I know that it's working,
Well,
but what
I
are
mean,
you doing?
managing, and we have to manage.
kinda
and we have to
watching and-
watch
Yeah,
and customer
yeah.
service, and
Yes.
you know, I mean, just
How's
make sure
everything?
everything's getting done the
You
way
do the
that
books.
it should be.
You got to do
Yeah.
the
We
books.
do the
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
We do inventory.
Jerry's got to do
and
inventory.
And there's
yeah.
there's
Quality
something to do every day,
control.
right?
Every day,
Yeah.
no
Every
doubt.
day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No doubt about it.
How many
Yeah.
times a week are you getting deliveries? Like once or twice?
No,
Every day.
every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day we get
You
stuff.
got
Except,
stuff
Yeah.
except
coming
Saturday and
every
Sunday.
day.
But
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Actually,
All right, I'm going to have you do more math.
Yeah, let's hear it.
How many? He's getting his phone ready.
How many pretzels
How many?
would it take to go around the world?
How many?
We
how
know
many
how
beers
many-
do you think you sell in a week?
Oh gosh.
that's a tough
draft
one.
beer? Or?
yeah,
Sure,
draft beer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going.
You have a pretty good handle on that.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, could you do it by gallons? Like, because how many gallons are in a keg? How many kegs you go through a week or
So,
something like
yeah,
that?
exactly. So I want to say a keg is 125 pints.
4 or 5.
No, I'd say up to 10 kegs a
A week?
A week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See,
Yeah.
Jerry's
That
a beer
will-
guy. You know.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
See,
empties.
because then, like, you got to
Yeah.
think about like Miller Lite. You're probably changing that one 3 times a week. You know?
Yeah, that
like,
would
Yeah,
change
right,
that.
right, right.
Hofbrau, or-
You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 We know
So-
we can have a better handle on it when we rotate a tap because we'll be like, oh, we changed this beer to this beer. But
Yeah.
if it's
Oh,
ones that,
yeah.
like you said, like Miller
Right.
Lite, that we just
Right.
that's
Yeah,
on auto
right.
refill,
Constantly
you know,
doing.
Right.
Yeah.
we don't really
Yeah.
know.
So if someone's listening that wants to open up a bar restaurant, what's your best advice for them?
Don't do it.
Make sure you have enough.
And don't do it in
food.
Richmond because we don't want the competition.
No, energy creates energy. We don't mind that.
No, I
but,
know.
Just
Location, number one.
Okay.
absolutely
That's most important. Don't overextend yourself.
be prepared to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
a lot
for
of people.
sure.
A lot of people get into our line of work thinking, "Yeah, I'm going to open a restaurant," and then
Yeah.
somebody else is going to run it. But you really have to have your finger on the pulse of
Yeah.
what's
Right.
going on.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that could happen that you're not. If you're not there to see,
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that are, running your payroll up because they're just sitting around doing nothing, or there's
Yeah.
people stealing, or there's
Yeah.
people,
sadly, that
Yeah,
happens
'cause
often.
I sold one of our restaurants to a gentleman who was 62 years old. 62 years old, wanted to get in the restaurant
Oh
business.
my God.
Yeah.
He lasted
Our-
1 year.
I was gonna
Oh.
say
1 year.
Yeah.
Our
it's
place
sad.
Because he didn't
Barrington.
want to work. He wanted
He
to just
thought-
be
I
the.
don't know what he
Well,
thought he was
everybody
gonna do.
thinks that
Oh.
they're going to hire managers. Well, I'll just hire
Right.
managers.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
just hire managers.
You still
know?
gotta go.
But
yeah.
you still have to have your finger on the pulse of what's happening.
You gotta
Yeah.
manage
You
the manager.
you can't just put it in somebody else's lap and not know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then there's things like, like the last year and a half, COVID was thrown at us. If we didn't know how to work every single position, from busing to
Right.
cooking to
Right.
bartending
Yeah.
to serving, to inventory control, to payroll, to whatever, if we didn't know how to do all of these things, a lot of people in our industry didn't make it
Right.
Yeah.
because for whatever reasons, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing a lot of people get into this business thinking it's just going to be fun to open a restaurant or a bar. It's
Yeah.
fun.
I,
You
rem-
know?
I
it's
remember
work,
when I was
but-
younger,
yeah.
I wanted one, and I definitely, by the time I was probably 25, I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
Right.
Hell
Mhm.
no.
And
That's
you're
way too
always on
much.
call. Always, always,
Yes.
always. I mean, we were in London a few years ago, and we were getting calls at like 2:00 in the morning because of the time difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
whatever. So you're always, always on call.
They're like, so this keg ran out of beer. What do I do?
Yes.
And you're like, shit. Okay, go
Yes.
down in the basement.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah.
So how do you handle your customers that drink too much? What
That's
do you
a tough
do?
one.
Yeah.
Our bartender's pretty responsible in cutting them off.
Yeah.
Our,
yeah.
our bartenders do a good job. Our
Because
Yeah.
do you have
Good,
like
good.
this? Okay, so I was a bartender for about 10 years,
Right.
right? And you would get the regulars that as soon as
Yes.
they walked in, you'd be like,
Yeah.
because you just knew. It's
just
Kevy,
knew.
isn't it? It's Kevy. I'm just joking, Kevy. But no,
Sometimes.
but you would be like, oh my God, like you just know they're gonna start problems. They're gonna.
We don't
Oh.
get problems.
No.
We're so lucky we don't get problems. We do
Yeah.
have
That
our
is
regulars who get drunk.
Yeah.
Well, and
Who
a lot
are
of
walking distance.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of people
right,
come
right,
from
right,
walking
right.
distance, which is, fine.
Very
and they're
good.
just looking for a good time, which is fine with us because we know who they are. We know they're walking
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I know one of our bartenders, I think just last week, took somebody's keys, though.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Good.
I've done that a million
And
times.
Yeah, exactly.
so
Mainly to my husband.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Poor Johnny.
I know.
Johnny.
The bar lost one of his sets of keys. He was so mad. I made him leave them there.
They lost it. That's awesome.
Probably went in the garbage.
So living right around the corner, do you
Right.
just stop in every once in a while to make
Yeah.
sure that
All the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're there. Jerry's usually there pretty early in the morning.
get
It's
everything
peaceful
rocking
then.
It's
right.
nice
Yeah,
and
yeah,
quiet.
yeah.
Exactly.
Get to think and
But
his
even-
inventories.
Even today
and-
was so nice. I mean, no offense, we love customers, but
we were
didn't ha-
closed today,
we didn't have to deal
so
with them.
we did a lot of
Yeah,
our work.
yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
it's just it's really hard to get like administrative stuff done when we're there because we're super, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way at all, because we love the fact that we're sitting there, we're doing work, whatever. And honest to God, I mean, every 10 minutes somebody comes in that we know,
Yeah.
that's a
Yes, of
regular
course.
customer, friends, whatever. Even our our sales reps, or always something
Yeah.
going on that
You just can't get your work done.
we just can't focus
Yeah.
on what
Yeah.
we're doing because we have such a social,
Yeah, yeah.
environment. You
Yeah.
know, we call our place like our neighborhood house party,
Yeah.
HAUS,
Yeah.
because we're the Broad House.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it's like our neighborhood house party, you know, because at all times people are coming in.
Yeah, you're happy to see everyone, but then you just don't get your work done.
But
so
I
you
just don't
gotta-
get a lot of times I just have to go home to do work.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
awful. You don't want to take work home.
No way.
Yeah,
Right.
but if it's quiet there, a little more peaceful,
Yeah.
you can get it
Yeah.
done faster than getting it done at the restaurant.
Yeah.
maybe.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
what today was all about. You know, like the guys were working on, you know, the kitchen expansion or whatever. And I was doing my admin stuff. Jerry did his inventories and,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. So it was really nice because it was quiet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that storm rolled in and
Oh, yeah.
we didn't have the lights on or anything because we didn't want people to think we were open.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They were driving by and, you know, it got really dark in there and it was raining and I got my laptop. and I'm like, doing it. I was like,
Oh, so
it was a pretty cool
nice.
vibe. And it
Yeah.
wasn't
You're like,
haunted.
Pour a beer. I need a beer
Darn
for
it.
this storm.
You know, it's funny. I haven't been on the socials today, but I wonder if anyone's like, "What's going on with the Broad House? Are they closed? What happened? How
for
come?"
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised
yeah,
you guys
because
aren't getting tagged and stuff.
I'm sure we are. I have no idea. I haven't really paid much attention, but I mean, it blows up like all kinds. And it's so funny because people go online and they just like, they
Assume.
swear they're
They
the
assume.
authority
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, for sure.
You
That's so
know?
funny.
It's whatever.
I have a surprise for you.
What? You always have surprises. Is it going to tell me
You're
what
gonna
kind of
help her out.
sausage I am? Is it going to tell me what kind of potato I am? I had big potato
This
energy today.
is a bartender quiz.
Ooh, all right.
So you're gonna answer,
Scooping
but they're
back to
gonna
my
help
roots.
you.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know how many. I apologize now. I don't know how many questions. It could be 20.
That's all
okay?
right.
So I'm
That's
sorry
all
about that. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. James Bond committed the ultimate bartending faux pas.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yes.
Well, what was the drink?
Martini.
Shake- Okay, thank you.
Good.
I love James Bond.
That's good.
I love
Oh, that's how
James
it
Bond.
works. I don't know if it's gonna work.
You only shake cocktails if they have citrus in it.
Oh, I never knew that.
I learned that over COVID.
I never knew why they were shaken.
You learn how
know?
to bartend over COVID.
Do you have to take a survey? Okay.
This tool helps bartenders create the perfect pour every time. Mr. Jigger or Snifter?
Jigger.
yeah,
Yeah.
good job.
I know a snifter is a glass.
Yeah.
And
Which-
then what was it, Mister? I'm
No.
thinking
No, there
like
was no Mister.
It's
Mister. I'm thinking like Mister.
It sounded
Flavor
like,
Flav,
me.
Mr. Which term describes a drink served at room temperature with no ice or chilling?
Oh, clean.
Okay, so neat,
It's neat.
straight up
It's
on the
Damn it.
rocks. Okay, you're right.
You
you're
were
right.
close.
a bartender would have
Clean,
understood.
neat,
Tom
clean.
Cruise showed off his bartending
Cocktail.
skills in
Cocktail.
what year was it?
Oh God,
jeez.
1987.
88.
No, I was super close.
That
I knew
was
I was really
good.
young when
These
that movie came out.
cocktail additives made from herbs and roots are used to
Oh.
make both a Manhattan and the classic martini.
Gin,
Sours, bitters, sugars.
bitters,
It's bitter.
Bitters.
Yeah. Jerry's like bitters. It's bitters.
You can help.
whisper it in my ear. Jerry.
How can you estimate the proof of a liquor? Double the alcohol by volume, add
Oh.
50 to the alcohol by
This was
By
on our Bassett
volume?
test.
half the alcohol by volume.
Double the alcohol by
correct.
volume. Yes.
Which of the following is not typically found in an old fashioned?
Good
Oh,
one.
here
Okay.
we go.
Bitters, sugar, vermouth.
Vermouth.
Nice.
That goes in a martini, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which two ingredients make up a martini?
Gin and vodka.
So
You
it's
said one of them earlier.
Said vermouth a minute
Vermouth.
ago.
And it could be gin or vodka.
so it's So that's like a mixture of a few of
Yeah,
these. So
yeah.
it's vodka and bitters, gin and tonic, gin and vermouth.
Gin and vermouth.
All right.
Vermouth.
You guys are good.
Yeah.
It's almost like you own a place.
We
or
like
something.
drinking.
Made in Mexico, this liquor serves as
Tequila.
the foundation of the margarita.
Tequila.
Nice.
Boom. What type of glass should you use to serve brandy?
A snifter.
Nice. That's right.
You're
Yeah,
so
that's
good.
right.
I wouldn't know any of this. I'd be like a wine glass. What tool helps bartenders crush fruit? Mr.
Muddle.
Muddler.
Muddle the fruit. Muddle the
Muddler.
fruit.
Muddler.
You're doing great.
I know. Oh my
doesn't even
gosh.
help at
Yeah.
all.
What the heck?
Yeah,
This is
that's
great.
awesome.
Which of the following types of drinks should be shaken prior to serving?
Citrus.
Drink drinks made with gin.
No.
Drinks made with creamy liquors.
No.
Drinks containing sparkling water.
Oh,
Definitely
interesting.
not. So
Ooh.
gin.
Can't do that.
It's got to be gin.
No,
Because
you
you
would
can't
stir
do
a
the-
martini though.
Because you would stir.
You
a
gotta
martini.
you gotta
You
shake it
can't
before
shake the
serving.
milk. You can't shake the milk.
Can't be. Yeah, creamy would
And
turn
you
into
can't
like
shake
whipped.
the soda water.
That's a
It's going
tough
to go
one.
everywhere. It's
Ooh.
gin.
Is it gin? I
It's
don't
Let's
know.
try
be.
it. Let's
It's
try
gotta
it.
be.
Yeah,
It's
let's
gotta
try
be.
it. Let's not let me hit it.
Because it's the right answer.
No,
gonna
it's
say it's
drinks made with
cream.
creamy.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say
Ew.
cream.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's out of the three. That's the one
because
that
then
made
it's
most
going to
sense.
curdle.
It won't.
That's
curdle.
what I'm thinking.
Curdle.
You know, I'm thinking of Irish car bomb.
Yes, you are. You are.
And which is what?
I don't want
Guinness
that.
and something or
It's
what?
Guinness with Jameson and
Bailey's.
Bailey's.
Oh,
yeah.
I've never had that before.
It was
I've seen it though.
sick.
Okay,
Sick.
what is a mist?
What is
A flaming
mist?
drink, a drink served over crushed ice, a drink that's boiled and then cooled prior to serving.
Over ice?
Okay.
I have no idea.
I would have to say that.
I'd have
it's
to over ice,
boiled
too.
Served
and-
over ice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Over
really?
crushed ice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mist. Maybe it like steams or what? I don't know. Who knows? I have no
Steams.
idea. In a different country. What two ingredients make up the Shirley Temple?
It is 7-Up or Sprite and cherry juice, right? What is
Grenadine.
that?
Well, it's
Grenadine. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it says ginger ale and grenadine.
Oh,
Is that what I
that's
wanna
the
do?
original.
Yeah, that's
Any kind
ginger
of-
ale.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
All right.
Which ingredient is not found in the typical cosmopolitan? Triple sec, vermouth, or vodka?
Triple
Vermouth.
sec.
All
Oh,
right.
vermouth.
Mm-hmm.
Triple sec. Because what is
Triple
that
sec
like?
is in there.
Is it
Yeah.
juicy?
Yeah.
I don't know what triple sec tastes
Well, it tastes like orange.
It tastes like orange.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
what
you
I-
got vodka.
That's what I meant by juicy, like citrusy juice,
Not
orange
spicy.
juice.
vodka, triple sec, lime juice.
I'm so
and
sorry. I don't know how long this
Okay,
quiz is. We're
okay.
going to keep going.
That's all right.
That's
What
cool.
act passed just after the 18th
Oh, God.
Amendment helped to bring about prohibition? Milstead, Volstead, Hampstead.
Hammered.
Hammered, stead.
I have no
Wrong.
idea.
No.
Volstead.
Well, whatever.
That's all right. What liqueur is typically found in a Bloody Mary? Oh, it says
Vodka.
liqueur in there. That's funny. Yep, you're right.
Vodka.
That was
would be a
easy.
spirit, right?
Yeah.
What fortified wine can be found in both the Martini and Manhattan?
Vermouth.
That's a wine?
Yeah, it's a fortified.
wine.
Really?
Yeah.
He
Okay.
is
All
correct.
right. All right.
What type of liquor serves as the base for the Manhattan? Whiskey,
What
vodka,
is a
rum.
Manhattan?
It would be
It's
rye
rye.
whiskey.
It's a rye.
Rye whiskey.
Rye whiskey.
What is a Manhattan? That's kind of
It's-
like an old fashioned, right?
Yeah, it's a little more sophisticated. So
Same
it's
glass.
rye whiskey, vermouth,
Okay.
and bitters. That's
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Very
okay,
simple.
okay.
Okay.
The majority of beer sold in the U.S. falls into this category.
Light.
Pilsners, lagers,
Yes, that's what it says.
Lagers?
Ales or hybrids? Lagers.
lagers.
Lagers, ales,
Correct.
or hybrids. Lagers.
Your score is 95%.
Good job.
Good job.
Right on.
Nice job,
Good job.
everybody. Well, thank you so much.
yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming on, guys. I really
Everyone that's
appreciate it.
listening, go visit the Richmond Brat House in Richmond, Illinois.
Come
It's on the
through.
highway to
It's
hell.
amazing.
I mean, Wisconsin.
Go order a few brats. Maybe they'll have some new flavors.
Get a pretzel.
Yeah,
For-
yeah.
Yeah.
You need one for the table.
You need
Yes.
one for the
They're
table and one to take
colossal.
home.
Yeah. I
Yep.
usually, you know what? Because I'll tell you my little secret, because I can never eat it all, obviously, because I order it for myself.
Sure.
And then I can't eat it all. Heat it up in the air fryer. Delicious.
Oh, that sounds good. Crispy outside then?
Yup.
Nice.
Nice.
Very
So when you got your
good.
leftovers,
That
because
sounds
everybody has
good.
leftovers of the pretzel.
No, you can't. You can't eat a pretzel.
That's like the biggest
There's no
thing
way.
that people order. Like, if people order them like pizza, like
Yes.
they'll be like, "I want a place to go order." Okay, whatever, just the pretzel,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
or just 3 pretzels, or
Yeah.
just 6 pretzels. Because if they're going out like on the boat,
Yeah,
right,
or,
right.
You know, they're coming up for the weekend, or
It's
you know,
perfect
whatever.
snack
Yeah.
food.
Or it's like a really good hostess gift.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
you know, if you're going.
Look
to
at all
do
these
something.
ideas you're giving us.
Yeah.
Well, the people gave them to me. I don't know.
I'm gonna be calling you like, I need 12 pretzels, please.
Pretzels.
We're having a neighborhood party. I need 12 pretzels.
Yeah, there you go. But thank you so much for having
yeah,
us.
thank
Yeah, that
you.
was
This
fun.
was so great.
Everybody
And again, it
Remember-
felt too short.
Brat House.
I know.
Just have Jerry back. He's got like just
No,
like
no.
have like
No
a
way,
story.
no
You
way.
have to
No
come
way.
too.
No
you
way.
have to come too. Even if you just sit on the couch and laugh with us, you have to come too.
Okay, I can do that.
Well, thanks everybody
All right,
for
thanks,
listening.
guys. Bye.
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 This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. Drums, written and performed by my son Steven. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.